Welcome guys, today I have for you an Okamoto model ACC-1624DX. This machine is wired for 440 volts. Off to the left hand side you will see that we do have our coolant tank along with magnetic separator. Right in front of the tank you do see the chute for the coolant tank that's currently not on, along with the rear splash guard of the machine as it does take up space, but you'll see in the photos that we do have it. This machine does do a couple different grinding features. It does have a plunge and a traverse feature, and then you do have the 1624 variable chuck controller right here. Go ahead, you can turn it on and off with this switch, and then here's our dial indicator. So with that being said, I'll show off our hand wheels real quick. This is going to be for our table traversal. Over here, really nice smooth. These are adjustable dogs right here, so you could change your stroke with the proximity switch that sits about in the center of the machine. This is going to be for our saddle or our CROSSFEED to go in or out. Same concept with these dogs. There's a couple on the side right here that you could loosen up and open up your travel. Again, there is also another proximity switch right about there. With all that being said, we can go ahead and turn on the machine. We can go ahead and start our hydraulics. Real briefly, we're going to put on the coolant tank to show you that operating. Turn that off. And then we can throw on our really nice quiet spindle over here. So the way that you bring the head up and down, as you can see there is no hand wheel. You'll have to do that on the machine over here, so you could wrap it up or down with these two buttons right here. And then you could also use this dial right here. If we switch it on over to any one of these three settings, you can see our head is now going up and down with just this wheel. You can change it up all the way to a 0.1. As you can see, it's very, very small difference, but we are feeding. If we go over one more setting and we press reset, now we'd be able to use these soft keys, and we change the number to tell the machine how much to feed down. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and just put 300 right there for now. And we're gonna go ahead and demonstrate our traversal right now. So with everything on, you'll choose a direction for the machine to go in. And then now we could open up our throttle control. As you can see, a little bit faster, so we're at full speed right now. And then to get our saddle started, we could either go into a continuous mode or we could do a step feed. So this right here is going to be the step feed. Be sure to pull out the hand wheel. And that's just going to keep feeding until it hits our proximity switch onto the side right over here. This little knob over here is just going to tell the machine how much it's going to infeed. So it's better to do this with the machine with the hydraulics off, but you can go ahead and push it in and spin the knob. So at the end of every reversal for the saddle, you can see it down feeds a little bit, and that's what the rest of these knobs are going to tell it to do, depending on how much it's going to feed down. Machine also does have a spark out setting, which I do have it set just for one pass. I did make this a relatively quick cycle because the traverse cycle does take some time. Go ahead, do a little bit of that. So we're going to let this machine spark out. When it is done sparking out, the machine will park itself to the right hand side, I believe. Now we're just going to let that play out. As you can see, table did just go ahead and spark out. So from there, we'll go ahead and get into a plunge mode. So simple as changing over that selector switch right there. Want to go ahead, turn everything off just so we're safe. And then we could go ahead, throw on some numbers for us. This one's going to be a little bit more. Go ahead and start our cycle now. At the end of each traversal, as you can see, we are now down feeding. And that's going to do that up until its spark out cycle. There is a fine feed as well with this machine. That was very quick, but it did happen. And we'll go ahead and play around with that one more time for you guys. Go ahead, do that for you. A little bit more of a feed on there. Really great machine, super quiet. I did notice that I did forget to show you the continuous feed on the saddle. So right after this cycle, I'll go ahead and demonstrate that for you. Just like that. So we'll go back over to traverse real quick. Real quick, put a couple numbers on there, start our cycle, and let's just put on the continuous for you guys. As you can see, after it hits its reversal, it will start going backwards. And that's essentially it for this machine. Again, this is going to be the Okamoto model ACC-1624DX. This machine is wired for 440 volts. Thank you very much.